I'll tell you a little bit about how land acquisition developed with the Bruce Trail. When we first were an organization, the Ontario law would not allow organizations like the Bruce Trail to own property. So when the organization raised money for land acquisition, usually the money went as a match fund to the conservation areas. So a large number of conservation areas along the length of the Bruce Trail own property because the Bruce Trail bought property with them. Then they changed the law a little bit, and they began to allow easements. And an easement is when the person who owns the property still maintains the ownership of that property, but they put an easement on the property for the part that the Bruce Trail goes across, so that when the property is sold, the easement goes with the deed and is maintained with the deed, so the Bruce Trail still maintains the ability to go across that piece of property. So easements made it a lot easier to do landowner negotiations, and also you could buy property and put an easement on it and then sell the property again. So the Bruce Trail could actually maintain the trail route without owning the property. But now the law has changed, and the Bruce Trail can now own property. But in most cases, what they do is they still use an easement, or else they give the money to the Ontario Heritage Foundation, and they buy the property, or else we buy the property and attach it to the Ontario Heritage Foundation, and we in those cases where we still own the property, do land stewardship on it. So we have volunteer land stewards who come out and maintain the property, inspect it regularly, report back to trail maintenance about their pieces of property, and in some cases arrange for people to come in and help them clear it once it's bought. So, in one of the properties that we will go through today, there were 3 or 4 parties of people that came out and took debris off the piece of property that we now own. So it's a complicated process, owning land. That's my that's my spiel. So this is an example of this piece of property, which was acquired, I think, last year or the year before, and which is a really beautiful piece to walk through. But we're not going to walk through it today. Maybe next time. But it's a beautiful piece of property.